Hi there, it's Jen Arkfeld, and I'm back today with this week's Manic Monday for Stamp Silly. And today we're just going to make a quick card, and in fact there's no stamping on it, so this one will be super quick and easy. And what I'm going to start out with is a piece of designer series paper from the Sweet Sorbet pack from the Celebration, and we're going to lay this on our card front at an angle. And this card front is actually 4 by 5 1/4. So it's not quite a card front, but it will lay on our card base here in a little bit. What I'm going to do is just flip that over, and I'm going to make some pencil marks on my designer series paper so I know where to trim that off. And so I'm just going to grab my scissors here and trim that off real quickly. Okay, so I have that. I have an assistant today. My little girl Aubrey has decided to assist me in cleanup duties. Okay, so that's going to sit on there just like that. And I went ahead of time and I cut a piece of the Rick Rack trim from the Tasteful Trim Big's die. And I'm actually going to use I'm not going to use the Rick Rack itself. I'm going to use the pieces that come off of it. And those are going to lay behind my designer paper like this. So I'm just going to put some liquid glue back on my designer paper, and we'll scooch that around till I get it just where I want it, and I'm going to let that dry, and while that's drying I'm going to go do the other side. Okay, so I'm just putting just a small line of liquid glue there, and I'll grab this other one. I'm going to do the same thing here. Okay, and that's what I like about that liquid glue. I can slide this piece of Rick Rack trim just where I want it without, or before I should say, before the glue sets up, I can slide it around, and that sometimes is helpful. Okay, so I'm just going to trim off those excess pieces there, like that. See if I can get that one a little better. Okay, so that's going to be good enough, and I'm just going to now adhere that to my card front. So we'll add a little more liquid glue here. And I'll set this down where I want it to go. Okay, so we've got that. Got a little adhesive on there, so I'm just going to get my adhesive remover and take some of that excess off. It just comes right off with your adhesive remover. One little tip: when you get a lot of gunk built up on your adhesive remover, you know what you do is you just take your scissors and clean it back off, and then you've got fresh new places to use that. Okay, so I have that, and now I'm just going to take some of the twine. This is the Sweet Sorbet twine, and it's in that Summer Star fruit color. And I'm going to use quite a bit here because I'm going to wrap this around several times. So, and actually to make it just a little bit easier for me, I'm going to take a piece of, let's see, how's that go? I'm going to take a piece of sticky strip on the back side, just so that the twine has something to stick to. And because that's not going to show anyway. Oops. I think I put my sticky strip in the wrong spot. Oh well. Never mind the sticky strip. We're just going to go with this then. I'm just going to wrap this around once, twice, and then we'll call that good. We'll cut that off with my scissors, and I'm going to tie this into a bow. Thank you, Aubrey. Maybe I need an assistant more often. I think she thinks so. She's not going to talk though. Okay, so we got this in a bow here. My card front is probably now stuck down thanks to that sticky strip back there. There we go. That actually turned out just right. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Oh, good one. All right. Nope. No harm, no foul. Now what I've done is I've used a couple of elements from the Circles Thinlits die. And so I'm going to use the Yay, and the arrow comes from the Labels Thinlits die. So I went ahead and die cut those in black cardstock. And this is what I'm going to do here. These are going to go on here like this. And then I'm going to trim this into 2 pieces so that the arrow looks like it's shooting right through the Yay. Okay, so I'm going to slide this down just a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and just leave my the Yay just setting there, so I kind of have a feel for where I want that to go. And I'm just going to put a little bit of liquid glue on the back of the arrow, and I'm going to slide the one end underneath the Yay portion. And you can kind of line this up just because you've got those lines in your designer series paper. Now I'm going to do the end of the arrow. And again, I'm just going to slide that underneath the Yay slightly. Okay, and now I can put the Yay down. And that was just so I knew where I was going. And again, I'm just using some liquid glue on the back of this so that I know that I can slide it into place if I need to. Okay, perfect. So that looks good, right? Let's add a few gems to that to jazz it up a little bit. We're just going to keep sticking that down. No, you can take some, I can take my embossing buddy to that. And actually, no, I'm not going to wreck my card anymore. You could take your embossing buddy to that and get that to not be sticky anymore. Okay, anyway, I'm going to take some jewels and we're going to jazz this up just a little bit more. I went ahead and colored these ahead of time using some Sharpie markers. And these are those jumbo, those were those jumbo jewels. And I tried to find colors that were close enough, Sharpie colors that were close enough to what was going on our designer series paper. I got close, but there we go. That kind of jazzes that up. And now what we're going to do, excuse me, Aubrey, I'm going to take my card base and we will burnish that edge with our bone folder. And then I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals to adhere the card front to this. I'm actually going to use some of these edges. Oops. Okay. So if I take those edges, then I can get these edges really good. Do like this. You know what? I'm going to put, because I have that sticky strip right there, I don't want that card to collapse and stick on that sticky strip. So I'm just going to do like that. Okay. Now we will take these backings off the Stampin' Dimensionals and we can put this on our card front. And it'll all be good. Okay. Thank you, Aubrey. Alright, so there we have it. We have a really cute card for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and be sure to check out more inspiration on my blog, which is stampsilly.com. And I hope to see you back here next week. We will catch you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Goodbye.